Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tiny House Soap Company. Today's bullet journal video, I'm going to be doing a couple different spreads. This first spread that I'm going to be doing is for my Nepal trip planning. My husband and I are hoping to be able to go over to Nepal next year, and so as I've been doing research on Nepal, I decided that I needed a place to write everything down that I was finding that either we needed to bring or just information about the country itself. And so I wanted to include in this a couple little doodles. So this first one is Mount Everest, and then on the other side I went ahead and drew Nepal itself, including Kathmandu and Pokhara, two places that hopefully we might be able to go and see on our trip there. The page includes several different categories for the planning aspect here. Some of those include trekking gear, because we do plan on doing a trek while we're there, some clothing items that might be needed, prescription medications, documents, vaccines, diseases that I was looking at. You can also see that I started out doing a first aid supplies category as well, but I found that that seemed to cross over with the prescription medication, so I went ahead and nixed that and eventually went with just a notes page where I could make any sort of random notation down. Some things that I ended up putting in there were like banking hours and shopping hours, so that I would know whenever we could get access to money if we needed to, or when we were going to be able to shop in Kathmandu, as well as I also put in some hospital information. I've gotten a lot of this information from various sources, including the CDC, which was mostly for the health aspects of it, as well as the travel agency that we're looking at going through, and then other YouTube videos. So if you have any information you guys are watching and you've been to Nepal, I would love to hear any comments below about any tips or ideas that you might have for us as we plan for this. I do read everybody's comments that they leave on my videos, and I love reading them and being able to respond to them as well. I also just want to say that anytime that you're traveling overseas, I really think it's important that you are well prepared, knowing where the U.S. Embassy is, knowing how to contact them, so that if something were to happen and you needed to get out of the country, because it would be really terrible for you to be stuck somewhere just because you didn't have the right information. This is a new thing that I've started doing, so let me know if these are interesting to you, or if you would prefer not to have the close-ups and just the big broad overview, because I can't decide if I like them or not. Moving on to the next page, which I did leave the page after my Nepal trip blank because I wanted to be able to have more room if I needed to go to that next page. Then what I'm doing here is a want list, and a lot of this you may notice is some GoPro stuff, because I am thinking about taking the camera and having another camera for whenever we do our travels to sort of record those and maybe make a little compilation video for you guys of our travels. So let me know if that would be something that's interesting to you. On this page is a quote that says, "Dogs come into our lives to teach us about love. They depart to teach us about loss. A new dog never replaces an old dog. It merely expands the heart." This quote is in here because we lost one of our dogs unexpectedly this past couple of weeks, and this was just a way for me to deal with that loss. And although right now it's sometimes difficult to look at this page because it reminds me of him and it makes me sad, my hope is that long term, whenever I get to this page, I'll remember all of the amazing times that we had with him, and what a good dog he was, and how great he could be for us, and the joy that he brought to our lives. I used my mild liner pen and also my Faber-Castell pen, so I was very happy that whenever I was finished and I went back to erase my pencil markings, that there were no smudges at all, which was really good because I would have been sad if that had happened. So moving on to something a little more happy here, this page is back to the Nepal trip planning, and this is going to be my savings tracker, and I decided to do this in two ways. So one is a quantitative way as you can see with the little box that I'm filling out here with the each month, the goal, and then the total amount that I've saved. So this will give me a quantitative way to look at an actual number, whereas with my little honeycomb pattern that I'm making here with my roller, I'm going to have more of a visualization where I color in each little honeycomb, and that can give me, whenever I flip to this page, just more of a broad overview. Am I 50% of the way done? Am I 25% of the way done? So I just thought doing the box alone was a little bit too minimalistic for me, and this gave it a little bit more fun here. My current goal is to save $400 every month, and originally I was going to put the goal of $400 down there, but I realized that seemed a little bit redundant for the whole thing, so I decided to just do the total that I should have every month for that, and then next to it I'll actually put how much I really have in that total box. So hopefully they will match. Now I'm just going back through here and putting my little stickers on, and I accidentally stuck it to the other one, so if you get these, watch out for that. And I thought I'd go ahead and put a sticker in there for travel, so I can use that for my traveling. Just adding the collections list for my want list and the black for my Nepal savings. As I do my final flip through here, I hope that this has helped you guys, and if you have any questions or comments below, please don't hesitate to do so. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks.